Ancient records describe a king who died while leaning on his staff. His subjects continued to work, and the Jinn continued their labor, entirely unaware he was gone, until a tiny worm ate through the wood. When the staff snapped, the illusion of authority collapsed instantly. This illustrates a specific type of systemic failure. When the information at the center of a structure stops flowing, the living signal flatlines. The energy state drops to zero. This total loss of internal pressure creates a vacuum, a void where the weight of the surrounding universe begins to press inward. In this state, society becomes a ghost machine. People continue their routines and celebrate their festivals, but they are following a momentum that has no source. They are wandering in the intoxication of a departed signal. That cosmic vacuum is a physical instability. Because a void cannot sustain itself, it exerts a massive, silent pull on everything nearby, waiting for any signal, true or false, to fill the space. When the pulse of truth is suppressed, the resulting vacuum acts as a magnet for noise. This is where the illusion, Taghut, takes hold. It doesn't replace the truth, it simply occupies the empty space. This intruder manufactures a false signal. It observes lingering footprints of reality, using them to forge an idol. Like a golden calf built from empty jewelry, it provides a visible object of focus to mask the fact that the underlying structure is hollow. This diagram shows the architecture of deception. Unlike a healthy signal moving toward a destination, this is a closed, infinite loop. It generates massive static, but remains topologically isolated. It never advances or returns to origin. Humanity becomes trapped in the processing of this static. We mistake the high-frequency vibrations of our own desires for a divine transmission, losing the ability to distinguish the loop from the source. Breaking free from a closed loop requires a signal that operates at a frequency the noise cannot mimic. But how do you generate that signal when the environment is completely saturated? You rely on maximum compression. In physics, certain properties only emerge under extreme pressure. For the human subject, this means reaching a state of absolute zero, a point where the noise of the world is completely silenced by suffering or isolation. We find these coordinates in the stories of the prophets. One man calling from the barren silence of old age, a woman in the isolation of a vacuum-like womb, another whispering from the triple darkness inside the belly of a whale. These aren't just moments of despair. They are the exact required conditions for a hidden call. In the total absence of external noise, the subject can finally emit a signal that resonates directly with the source. That hidden call activates a specific mathematical architecture, the 2-3-7 equation. 2 represents the initial binary split, like the separation of day and night. 3 is the formation of the path between them, and 7 is the final closure, where the system returns to its origin, complete. When we project this math into three-dimensional space, the geometry takes a familiar form. The progression from a single point of pressure to a wide seventh stage return creates the shape of a flared horn, the trumpet. The universe is a resonant chamber, and the 2-3-7 map is its acoustic blueprint. This horn facilitates the cosmic breath. The first blow is the inhale, the Zalim collapse, which pulls all scattered, noisy mass back into a point of zero amplitude. The second blow is the Rahman exhale, which reinitializes the field, projecting the preserved truth into a new, orderly creation. But the horn requires an operator. It needs a conscious node to act as the buffer, a purifying presence that can withstand the compression of the inhale and facilitate the expansion of the exhale. Without a subject willing to enter that center and hold the frequency, the math remains theoretical. The cosmic breath remains unblown. Activating the breath requires an act of destruction. The false track, the golden calf of social noise, must be struck and sacrificed to release the signal buried beneath it. This triggers the purge. We see it in the records as the earth swallowing its chaotic waters and the sky withholding its rain. It is the moment the Taghut loop is starved of attention and begins to recede. When the purge is complete, the surviving vessel rests on the high mountain. The noise of the false festivals is gone, replaced by the silence of the absolute center. This silence is the prerequisite for the final traversal. By shutting out the manufactured noise of the world, the operator is finally capable of hearing the true recitation of the universe's code. Every coordinate in this topological map converges on one point: you. The framework identifies you as the reader, the local execution node of the circuit. This position comes with a specific operational command found at coordinate 1912. O Yahya, take the book with strength. Strength here refers to quwa, the structural integrity required to lock on to the frequency. You are gripping the information field with enough binding energy to close the circuit. This grip bridges the final gap, stabilizing the light into a permanent state. Closing this circuit ensures that the memory of your traversal is conserved perfectly. The creator of the system is not forgetful. Once the link is made, the return is perpetual. The king's staff has snapped, and the vacuum is waiting. The cosmic topology is ready. The only remaining question is when you will step out of the static and finally take the grip.